CNN projects Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States.
As for your career, dead. Ghostbuster. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. That's why you're mad. That's why you're mad, Matt. That's why you're mad. What did I tell you? Y'all gonna start believing the king of Reeds. Y'all gonna start believing me. I told y'all that it was coming. I told y'all. But there is so much to talk about. Dear Donald Trump, girl, you lost. You lost. You ate the applesauce. You shot the BB gun, all that type of stuff. Like, girl, you lost. I saw you. You will join the very short list of incumbents, like a sitting president losing their re-election bid. Like, girl, you lost. It doesn't matter if you sue Georgia for a recount, Pennsylvania. It does not matter, girl. Joe Biden has now flipped states that have not went blue Democratic for the Democratic Party since the 90s. Like, girl, now before we get into this, because y'all know who I am, this is not me standing for Joseph Biden. This is not me, breathing a sigh of relief or anything. This is me feeling a slight tingle of seeing this very loud racist president. Loud, keyword loud, because he's not the first and he most definitely will not be the last. And we also have to acknowledge that presidents are harmful to black and brown folks regardless. Does not matter, not just in the United States, but across the world. And I really respect folks for coming out and saying, hey, like when I'm out here looking for liberation for black folks, I'm just not looking for liberation in the United States. I'm talking about across the world. That is a very strong politic, and that takes a lot to be able to say, because that means that you're going to be in disagreement with some things that everybody else is like, girl, I'm just glad I'm good. But there's a conversation to be had. We have more work to do. But I'm going to get these jokes off. If I don't do anything else, I'm going to get these jokes in. So I knew that this was coming. I felt it in my spirit after looking at all the evidence and just looking at how things were going. I just kept not seeing it and kept seeing it. And once you make it easier for people to participate in voting, you're going to get a lot more people voting. Like, I can tell that the enthusiasm this year was completely different than 2016. I think a lot of people, and I would take this to wherever, I think a lot of people did not vote for Hillary Clinton because she was a woman. I think she was, of course, she had bad politics and all these other things, but I think a lot of white women and a lot of white men did not want to vote for her because she was a woman. Definitely acknowledging the work that is going on, that has happened, that Stacey Abrams and so many other organizers were doing on the ground in Georgia and getting people registered to vote. I think they were able to get 800,000 people who were eligible to vote registered and had them participate in that plan. I think it was very smart to say not only register to vote, but get you a plan to go vote. Like, I thought that was I thought it was a lot. And actually, I was a little bit nervous for the Democratic Party because I was just like, girl, y'all are not doing the same thing that the Republicans are doing. They out here knocking on doors. They're not out here texting us to death. Because, girl, y'all was texting my phone every day. Girl, I voted the week before the stuff. Like I said, I'm not standing no line, 4 or 5 hours. And that itself is voter suppression. We should not be standing in no line, 4 to 6 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. It should be 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Look at me. I'm voting for imperialism. But it should not take that long. It should not take that long. But that is voter suppression. So when people talk about voting and the voting process, keep in mind that, yeah, our votes matter, but are we able to voice those votes? Are we able to get them off when we're going to precincts and stuff that are packed in our areas, and you're making it so hard, like with voter ID laws, and also you're just making it extremely difficult. Working class folks don't have, especially black and brown folks, don't have the time to take off of their job to vote. They need that money. They need that check. So Donald Trump will, like I said, join the very short list of presidents who do not win re-election. And I'm screaming now because out of all the trash talking that happened with Hillary Clinton, all the jokes, and they making fun of them, tearing down the blue wall and all those things, Joe Biden has rebuilt the blue wall. The blue wall is back. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and what was it? Michigan. And Michigan, he won those states. He did what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to reach out to those voters who had left the Democratic Party. But not only was he able to do that, he was able to also flip these 2 states that have not went blue since the 90s. Georgia and Arizona. Of course, Joe Biden right now is ahead, but it's so many that you can expect that it's going to be in his favor. And so he's going to be at 306 electoral. If things go on the current trend, he'll be at 306 electoral votes. I think Donald Trump will be at 2-something, which is what will be the exact way that Trump lost. Well, Trump won in 2016. This is the exact numbers. It's the same. It's just wow. 2020 has really came full circle. So now, what I find a conversation that we need to be having is now there is this thing where we need to give him time to lose the election or get over it and all these things. It's very tough. This is not supposed to. This is a democracy y'all were telling me about. That's for the people. That's supposed to be about protecting folks. But we're getting the sitting president time to figure it out while we just recorded 100 and something thousand people have contracted coronavirus on a Sunday when normally the cases are lower on Sunday. So if it was 100 and something thousand Sunday, you can only imagine what it's going. We have recorded more cases in the last week than we have throughout the whole time of the coronavirus. What does that tell you? And we have to wait on this president who hasn't even given the transition funds to the president-elect Joe Biden. What does that tell you about this so-called democracy that is supposed to be about the people? And let's talk about that a little bit. And this is my Dear Donald Trump video, but it's also a video that I want y'all to pay attention to because I'm telling y'all about what the things are going on. Because I feel like in order for us to get this revolution that we are talking about, we need to be critiquing and understanding what it is. I need to lift the veil and show y'all what it truly is. What does it tell you that this man, we have to let his feelings get over it, losing, and it's supposed to be for us? What does that tell us? When they gloated and everything in Hillary Clinton's face and did all these things and people were calling Trump at 3 o'clock in the morning when it was called. The media did not call the election. They used data. They used data. We are having a conversation about votes being thrown out because they did not make it in time. What does that tell you all? In the middle of a pandemic, when the United States Postal Service has literally been slowing down deliveries. I sent off masks last week to people that have not received them yet. I think one of the ones I sent out just was delivered today. Like, a lot of folks have been talking about the delays of the United States Postal Service. What does that tell you with knowing that folks were voting by mail because they did not want to stand in line because of coronavirus, and then you slow down and you don't try to fix why is it going slow? Like, why is it why? What does that tell y'all about this? One man had the power to be able to do that. Yes, we might have gotten him out of office, but there will be another Donald Trump, and Donald Trump probably is not going anywhere anytime soon. There's already talks of him running in 2024. There's already talks about this. There's already whole conversations about this. There are people sitting right now, Democrats and Republicans, that are going to use the same stuff that Donald Trump did, and they are going to do it smarter. It's very dangerous, and it's very scary. Now, you got these folks talking about fraudulent ballots, this and that. They out here having conversations about, oh, they need to be thrown out, stop the count. We are literally listening to this. It's nothing right about this. This is out of the, it's really not out of the ordinary, because if you go back in history, like, presidents have been doing trash stuff like for years. They have been, like, there was whole presidents that got into shooting matches with their opponents, not with their presidential opponents, but with opponents. It's always been some shisty trash stuff. If you go back and look, I'm gonna tell you, it's a kind of a documentary on CNN called race to the White House. And it will give you an idea of some of the things that have been done to get some of these folks in office. This stuff has always been crooked. This so-called democracy is branded, and it's really just white supremacy. It's all it is maintaining it. The fact that folks knew that black and brown folks were going to be the ones voting by mail, and then they're suppressing the votes. They're doing gerrymandering in different states and different districts to try to keep black folks. What does that tell y'all? What is this so-called democracy that we are celebrating? Like, and I don't want to be a wet blanket on folks. I don't want to make people feel bad, but I want people to understand that this system is not good. It's not. The system is not working for us. It is working. And I'm going to come back to this old video that I did back in 2016 when I said that white supremacy was winning tonight. White supremacy still won on election night again. It still won. The fact that we're out here knowing that voter suppression is going on and it's not been tackled, like it's not been, you know, hey, like this is not right. The fact that we have to fight for something. Like, is it even about the people, or is it just about maintaining power? We have to wait on this man to give the keys or start giving the keys to somebody else, one man, and then another man will be responsible for all of the things that are going on. Like, we really have to think about that. We really have to sit and think about that. I really think that this is not the end. I think that it's about to morph into something else. I think with how the Republicans are acting, how you have Mitch McConnell coughing to death on Capitol Hill, talking about something, well, the legal process needs to go on, and Donald Trump has a right to legal process and all these things. And you have Republicans like Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz are calling in to networks and telling Donald Trump that keep the fight going. It's setting us up for chaos. Setting us up for chaos, because these people, these 70 million people that voted for Donald Trump are not going anywhere. They are pissed off. And I don't give a damn about what they want. I think enough folks who have voted for Joe Biden, a lot of black folks and brown folks who have done all these things, have waited forever for them to be seen. Now, you want us, you already have Democratic leadership saying that we need to find a way to get white folks to come back to the party, when black and brown folks and these other folks have already sacrificed themselves to get you this power that you're supposed to be doing something for them. And there's already conversations about it. These white people voted for Donald Trump for racism. It never was about the economy or any of these things. It was majority racism. That's all it is. Don't let these folks tell you that, oh, we can get them over. You are not going to be able to win them over unless you are offering the same thing. It's not about the policies. It's about racism and being violently racist like he was being. That's all it is at the end of the day. So I don't know why they are trying to have conversation and try to get working class folks over to them, when you won't be able to. And the fact that democracy is hanging on a thread because we need working class white folks to come out. This whole electoral college has changed, and it's making me very curious about what's next. The fact that Georgia was able to flip blue because a lot of black folks voting in Atlanta and other cities has gotten some of these folks curious, which is why I'm very much interested in doing whatever work I need to do to help get these two Democratic senators in the state of Georgia elected in the runoff on January the 5th. And that is Ossoff and Warnock. I really would like to see them and see the Senate be controlled by the Democrats, so they don't have any excuse not to put forward some strong agenda for some folks who need it. So yeah, like, Donald Trump, you lost this election, and I don't understand how you're out here saying that the election was stolen from you when Democrats lost seats in the House while maintaining majority, and they did not pick up as many seats in the Senate. Like, all of this is a bunch of bull crap, it's just a bunch of bullshit. That's all it is. And other countries are looking at us and they are judging the hell out of us. Like, this man is creating chaos, and eventually it's going to bust. It's going to bubble over. So I think it's really time for me to go and really go and invest in some bearing, some arms, because y'all really showing y'all ass. Y'all really showing y'all ass. But like, and it's just misinformation after misinformation, and it's just very dangerous. It's very dangerous. But I hope that we are learning something from this. We're paying attention to this. I will be doing some more videos about this. If it's something that I did not cover in this video, let me know. DM it to me what you would like me to talk about with this whole election. I appreciate you all for watching me and engaging. When I did those live streams, I was talking about some things. Y'all were really engaged. I really appreciate y'all. I hope I did y'all well with providing y'all with information of what's been going on and what's next and all these things. We will be continuing this conversation because I see that y'all like it and y'all very enthused. For folks who live in Georgia, please get registered to vote and have a plan to vote. We have got to be participating in this runoff election for John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock. Now, I will end this video and say that this does not mean that just because that this man is quote-unquote getting out of office that the work is done. I think we still need to be involved in our organizers on the ground who are going to protect and be out here looking for black and brown folks no matter who the president is. So it's very important for you to be arming them with resources and finances and all these things because they are always going to be out here doing the work no matter who is president, because Joseph R. Biden is not going to wave his wand and get black folks out of poverty. It's not going to happen. Let's not fall into the same stuff that we fell into when we're seeing our first black president. That's all I got. I love y'all so much. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.
Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda ata ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa tata rite eke banda ata rite didi ashata. For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here.